Welcome back, goddammit. What y'all do this weekend? I hope you didn't get locked up. I hope you want the motherfucker that was stealing the Kias and Hyundais and shit. Now, over the weekend, we had a dramatic story to break out. Matter of fact, it was two of them. The first one, a 3-year-old girl shoots herself because an unattended gun was in the Florida home. Ain't that a bitch? Now, I'm going to play the audio so you can hear it because they actually had cameras inside the house. Yeah, people are so smart with been putting cameras everywhere, but they forget that they do stupid shit. I'm glad that this camera was watching them, though, because this is going to solve this case and this crime, and it's going to make these unresponsible adults that put this child in danger get what the fuck they deserve, so they will never ever put a child in danger again. Now, I know sometimes we all human and we make mistakes and shit, but when it's kids and it's a gun, you gotta take that shit serious. This is unacceptable. 3-year-old girl shot herself with an unattended gun in a Florida home, and the horrific incident was caught on video. The young girl named Serenity was playing in the living room at her grandma's house in Miami-Dade last Saturday when she jumped onto the couch near the loaded firearm sitting in plain view. Now, what happened was she jumped on the couch, and when she jumped on the couch, the gun went off and shot her. Now, thank God it didn't shoot the little girl in her face or her, her head, and she survived, but it's fucked up. But the point of it is, this could have been bad. This could have been ugly. And this motherfucker was watching a football game on the laptop when the shot rang out. Now, y'all ready to listen to this dramatic sounds of what went on? Let's go. Now, you can hear this ignorant bitch talking about, I just told you. I just told you. What the fuck you mean you just told him? If y'all would have been responsible, this wouldn't have happened. You can also hear somebody saying, go get a belt. The belt is to try to stop the bleeding. They thought that they wasn't going to have to call the police, but you can't get out of this. You're going to have to deal with whatever the fuck happens to this kid. Ooh. And she's going to be scared of guns for the rest of her life. All because adults that's supposed to care for her and have her in a safe place put her in harm's fucking way. Now, the dude looked up totally stunned, rushed over to Serenity to check out her injury, and gave her assistance. Other people dashed into the room as total chaos ensued. Now, he told another person to get a belt to wrap around the bullet wound to stop the bleed, then escorts her out of the living room, but soon returns to retrieve the gun before the video cuts off. Yeah, they realized that they had been fucked up. And when they realized they had fucked up, he like, let me get the gun. He probably thought that he could cut the video off. He could, erase it. But I'm sorry. God work in mysterious ways, and when you do crazy shit, he find a way to punish you. Now, as for the alleged victim, Young, he was arrested for leaving his firearm unattended in the house. Prosecutors are charging him with felony child neglect with great bodily harm. Now, this was a black guy, It wasn't just the black people acting a damn fool this weekend. The white people, they got their piece of crime too. But before I get to the white stories and my Caucasian friends across this globe, let me talk about some more of these niggas. My black people. A woman is arrested after allegedly ramming a police car in an attempt to escape officers. If you see this mugshot, she got a tattoo on her neck, a tattoo on her shoulder. She is a original gangster. She comes from the background that's hard and rough, and she has been around hard niggas in the hood, and they have made her turn into a savage. Why is a woman running it? When women start getting in cars and ramming the police car? This is something that we would usually see men do. I've been saying this for a while, but I see a time coming where the women are going to be acting like these motherfucking men, committing a bunch of crimes on a serious note real soon due to these gun laws. Now, woman, Erica Joyner is charged with aggravated assault against a first responder, vandalism, 2 counts of theft of property, and a burglary of a vehicle. On July the 8th, officers responded to a stolen car call at a FedEx drop box. Officers had seen the stolen red Chevrolet in the company's parking lot. Now, the police waited to gain entry to the parking lot when the driver of the stolen vehicle was exiting the parking lot. As the driver of the vehicle was trying to escape, she rammed the stolen car to the Memphis Police Department car and drove away. Now, while on the scene, officers discovered that the security guard at the entrance gate had allowed the stolen car to enter the parking lot. See what I'm talking about? A lot of these crimes that are getting committed now are inside jobs. People, the poverty level is so fucked up now that families are getting jobs and they are committing crime with inside the family. You go get a job here, security. You go get a job here and look over this. And when I come steal, I can steal it without nobody calling the police. So I can have a better chance of getting away. This is what's going on in a lot of businesses. Why you think these clothing stores are getting ran up in and robbed? Why you think the Apple stores, the snatch and grabs? These are inside connections. Believe that. Motherfuckers ain't just trying this random, wild, reckless ass shit. Now, like I said, while on the scene, the officers discovered that the security guard at the entrance gate had allowed the stolen car to enter the parking lot. The security guard told officers that the driver of the vehicle was her cousin and that she had a company badge. The stolen car was found abandoned just a short distance away from the company. God damn. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers, people, you think that you safe going to your job when you see a security guard. That don't mean shit now. The security guard will be in on the robbery and in on the car theft. Playing like they don't know nothing. That's why they having businesses getting fucking targeted, if you notice. 10 and 15 cars getting broken into on the parking lot with a security guard on duty, and they don't happen to see nothing. They don't know nothing. Come on now. Everybody is a crook now. And we just have to accept that in the times we living in. From the politicians to the street people. Everybody trying to get money in a crooked way. Look at Trump. Look at Biden. Look at all this shit they keep talking about, bringing up shit. This motherfucker that stole this money. They talk about buying a son on crack and he stole money over here. Politicians been stealing since they've been politicians. It's nothing new. It's that the internet and this technology is out running wild for people to really find out and be nosy. That's all this shit is. I'm going to go to a quick commercial break. You motherfuckers didn't realize you beautiful ladies with that brown skin tone, with that chocolate, with that cocoa butter brown, with that vanilla, with that, you know, that Hispanic skin tone. Every race, all the beautiful ladies all around the world, you can no longer dance and twerk no more. Not with your shorts on anyway. It is time for tights and beautiful dresses and skirts. It's about to get cold. So drop that thing. Be back in a minute.
So fly, working her hips, rocking her body. Them other girls lame, she can get naughty. Work, work, work it, girl. Twerk, twerk, twerk it, girl. Stop flirting, girl. Why you do it on purpose, girl? skirt with the 7-inch heels. Got her own car with a house in the hill. She don't need a man cause she pay her own bills, but she'll get loose if you got that kill. She love a real dude with a nice attitude, who can give it to her strong with a long attitude. She love the way I drop that top and spin around the block. She'll drop and pop. I'm all in a dream. She see me every night, especially when her and a man had a fight. Her and a couple of her, my down to earth brother. I'm one of a kind, she'll never find another. I told her to pop, pop, pop that thing. Drop, drop, drop that thing. Pop, pop, pop that thing. Drop, drop, drop that thing. Pop, 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 pop that thing. Drop, 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 drop that thing. Rock, 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 rock till here. Now take that dip. It's all in the hips, in the way she move. All in her soul, in the way she grooves. She all on her toes with a face full of dudes. With a teacher uniform like she just left school. Mommy so fine, make you wine and dine. Get out on the grind, make you hustle and shine. See, I'm the type of dude that like to cop them things. And she the type of girl that like to pop that thing. So gon' drop, drop, drop that thing. Pop, pop, pop that thing. And don't you never, never, never stop that thing until you end up on top of the game. Pop, pop, pop that thing. Drop, drop, drop that thing. Pop, pop, pop that thing. Drop, drop, drop that thing. Pop, pop, pop that thing. Drop, drop, drop that thing. Rock, rock, rock your hips now. Now take a dip. Pop, 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 pop that thing. Drop, 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 drop that thing. Pop, 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 pop that thing. Drop, 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 drop that thing. Pop, 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 pop that thing. Drop, 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 drop that thing. Rock, 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 rock your hips now. Take a dip.
Yeah. We back. And like I was saying, over the weekend, motherfuckers losing their mind. Like I say, I just don't understand when the weekend happens. People are acting like they are breaking out of a zoo. Why? But speaking of breaking out of a zoo, we got a missing man. Now, I don't know if he really missing, because they said this man was on probation. Took a Carnival cruise and mysteriously disappeared. If this nigga did what I think he did, this is a brother that has used his head for the right reason this time. Now I tell you one thing. If he is actually missing and on probation and he plotted this up, I want to know what the end game is. I want to know, was he on probation for 20, 30, 40 years or some shit, why he, decided to do this? But I don't know. Hopefully this brother is safe and he plotted this up and he's not kidnapped or he's not dead. Maybe he could have killed himself, because we living in a time where people are going through mental health and they would do some shit like this. Go book a cruise and then jump up off that motherfucker. Nobody see him and you just gone. Now, if you really want to take your life, this was a way to take it. And if this what he did, he created a motherfucking storm that's about to brew. But the reason why I was saying it could be something to this, because niggas are getting creative now. Anyway, missing Carnival cruise passenger on probation when he vanished. Officials are now skeptical. Kevin McGraw, the missing Carnival cruise passenger who mysteriously disappeared during a Bahamas trip, was on probation at the time, which adds a whole new wrinkle to the case. McGraw's legal troubles might provide another clue in his Labor Day weekend disappearance, which led to a Coast Guard search that has since been called off without finding him. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, McGrath pleaded guilty to aggravated assault in Tennessee in September of 2022. His wife said he threatened to kill her and the kids, and he ended up getting sentenced to 6 years of supervised probation. Yeah, we got to find this nigga. Because what if he's on the loose trying to do something to these kids that he threatened? This could be fucked up. And the whole time that they could be looking for him, this is a door for him to open up and do what he was trying to do. Hopefully this ain't what happened. Now, the docs say McGrath got permission to move from Tennessee to Florida, where he was living with his parents. And the cruise was a celebration for his father's 60th birthday. But McGrath's probation officer say he never got permission to go on the cruise. And it appears his probation officers only found out he was aboard the ship when the media report he vanished. What's more, the document says he's violating probation by failing to maintain communication with his probation officer. All attempts to contact him have been unsuccessful since the cruise, and his whereabouts remain unknown. Now, they say he's delinquent in $241 in probation fees. That ain't shit. This nigga probably is somewhere laid up fucking with somebody. Yeah, I mean, this story sounds weird to me too. Now, they say he vanished as the cruise was returning to Florida from the Bahamas. He was apparently last seen the night of September the 3rd, and his key card was used to enter the room at 3:30 a.m. the next day. His family had planned to meet for breakfast, but he didn't show up, and he was reported missing when everyone got off the ship. This is crazy as a motherfucker. They said the ship's overboard detection system never alarmed. So they said there's no evidence he went overboard, and there's no sign of him on board. They brought helicopters to search 3,300 square nautical miles, but didn't find a trace and called off the search. I tell you one thing. Like I said, sometimes you don't never know what somebody's dealing with. So I got to give a benefit of the doubt before I crack my normal jokes. I hope that this brother is all right. I hope he's safe. I hope that he didn't take his life because of him being on probation and stuff going on with his wife. Now, who knows why he threatened to kill the wife and the kids? I mean, was it because she was going to leave him? Was it because she cheated? Was it because he cheated and got caught? We don't know. But I tell you one thing, this is strange. To be just on probation for 6 years, that ain't even a lot of time. And to just fucking disappear. It don't make no sense to me. Now, a 4-year-old. I talked about a 3-year-old. 4-year-old injured in a self-inflicted shooting too. Ain't this a bitch? A child was reported injured after shooting himself in Raleigh, Memphis, police say. According to the police officers responded to a shooting on Teresa Cove off Fraser Raleigh Road at 3:34 Friday. Officers found a 4-year-old boy suffering from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Say he went to Labana in non-critical condition. Now, from the looks on the bottom of his legs, they know he got shot in both his legs. So they think that the bullet went through one leg and came out the other. This is what a neighbor said. Now, they detained one dude, and they don't know how this child got the gun is what they really trying to figure out. But this is crazy that so far this year, 138 kids have been treated for gunshot wounds. Ever since that they passed this motherfucking law for these fucking guns to be on the street like this. This is ridiculous. Why did they pass the laws, I want to know. If you don't have a hold on crime and you can't stop that, why would you pass a law that can potentially increase it even more, knowing that you can't control the crime that we already got going on? I'm just saying, let me know. Make it make sense to me, people. Listeners, are y'all afraid for y'all kids when they leave y'all house with how fucked up the world is right now? Are you scared when your child go to work that somebody might run up and then your child might make it home? We living in a time where it's not even safe to go out and try to make a living. I mean, what should you do? Live up under the bridge and be homeless and be targeted? It's so fucked up. You just don't know what option to take. This is the times we living in. But it's all right. It's going to get better. We would not let what's going on in this world kill our motivation. We got to still aim high. You got to still wake up with a smile. You got to still live and walk out that door. Regardless of what go on, you don't let none deter you. I'm just telling you, because I know a lot of mothers are sad and stressed right now because the kids are so unsafe. And mothers, if you single and you ain't got no baby dad around, you got to be the mother and the dad, and you got to get on your kids' ass for the good and the bad. You cannot shelter them because the man ain't around, because that'll make you cry in the future when you get that call. But if you be the mother and the dad when you don't have a man to have your back, your child will be all right. You got to whoop their ass. You got to stand firm. You got to get them tough love. Because one thing about the world, when kids leave the nest, they do not get love in these streets. They have to get all that love from you and all that teaching from you. You have to prepare them for this world. So if you make them think that the world is going to be like mommy and let me get away with every damn thing, you setting your kids up for disaster. You have failed as a parent. And it goes for a dad too. If you're a single dad and the mama's not around and you letting your daughter and your son get away with everything just because your baby mama ain't around and she ain't shit, you are fucking up. You're failing your child. When they get out there in the real world don't give a fuck about them. The real world are going to show them what's what. They got to be prepared for. That's the real. And if you don't give your children that antidote, they're going to get poisoned quick when they get out there in the atmosphere. You just tune into another motherfucking episode of Legend of Coming. And this was about 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds getting shot because guns are laying around. Motherfuckers are not taking care of these guns. They're not making sure that they're safe. A lot of these dudes that you see with these guns don't even know how to properly carry it. I feel for the kids. It's fucked up out here. Until the next time, until the next episode, do something with yourself. Do something with your life. You just might be somebody one day. Niku.
So sexy, she so fly, working her hips, rocking her body. Them other girls lame, she can get naughty. Work, work, work it, girl. Twerk, twerk, twerk it, girl. Stop flirt, flirt, flirting, girl. Why you do it on purpose, girl? Fall up in the club, the paparazzi, valet, please for the Maserati. VIP is where she be, but you can never take her to the embassy suites. Pop, pop, pop that thing. Drop, drop, drop that thing. Pop, pop, pop that thing. Drop, drop. Drop that thing, pop, 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 pop that thing, drop, 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 drop that thing, rock, 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 rock your hair now take a tight mini skirt with the 7-inch heels, got her own car with a house in the hills, she don't need a man cause she pay her own bills.